Why would God position you where you don't want to be? Good question, right? Well, that's coming up next on Higher Learning. Today, I want to talk about God's perfect plan for your life and understanding two major principles of his plan. So, we're going to take a look at why God positions us where we do not want to be. And next week, we'll take a look at how prayer is fundamental in comprehending God's plans for our lives. So, why would God place us in a position where we do not want to be? Because I believe He knows that the words He has given us will save someone else's life, or at least change the person's disposition or outlook on life. But what happens if the person is someone you truly do not like? All the better, for it proves that the message is from God, because only God would deliver a hopeful message to someone you despise. For example, God knew that once Jonah delivered the message to Nineveh, Nineveh would repent. So, yes, that means you may be the person placed in a position to help your adversary, a person that no one likes in the office. This person has been mean to you and everyone else. But it is so amazing, my brothers and sisters, how a word from God can change the hearts and minds of people. You see, the inhabitants of Nineveh were very wicked people. But when the people of Nineveh heard God's message, they believed. And from the greatest to the least, they declared a fast and put on sackcloths to show their sorrows. And when God saw what they had done and how they had stopped all of their evil ways, he revoked their sentence and did not carry out the destruction he had threatened. As disciples of Christ, do we not have an obligation to fulfill our purpose? We must learn to accept the position God has placed us in. For God is the one who orders our steps. And since He is all knowing, we must trust that the position we are in is part of God's perfect plan. Now, could He get someone else to do it? Yes, He could. But you were given the assignment. You were the one He filled with His words that will change hearts and minds. You are the one He called. You are the one because He knows the results of your works. God's perfect plan will come to fruition even when we do not understand. But He has a reason to place you in that position. So, the best advice I can share with you today is to trust the process. Now, next week, we will continue with God's perfect plan and talk about how prayer is essential in comprehending God's plan. So I'll see you right here next week on Higher Learning. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.